Hey everyone, welcome back. Of course, thank you so much for popping over to see what we are up to. And of course, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Janny and I'm doing this DIY channel together with Dyanne. Of course, on this channel, I keep it short. You will find lots and lots of seasonal decor DIYs and daily decor DIYs. So if you like what you see and you're not subscribed to our channel, of course, we hope you will click the red subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. It would help our channel a lot to grow. So enough talking and let's jump into today's DIY inspiration. And of course, this is what we need for this DIY for today. Of course, I hope you take out your tumbler tile blocks too. Right now, we have, of course, the smaller blocks. We have some paint at your choice. You can choose any color you like. I use the wood glue, but you can use some hot glue. My little container with all the pieces, the scissors, the cutters, the wire, the brushes, everything I need for every DIY. So these are the main pieces we need for this DIY. What we're going to make, we are going to make some pair of bookstand, but we are going to do it, of course, with a twist, like always. So we will see how this will turn out. For the first piece of the bookstand, we are going to get 7 blocks. This is where 3, 6, 7, and we're going to glue the sides. So very easy, like this, and immediately you lay it against each other so you don't. The glue is not falling down too much. And we're going to make one row, and like I tell you in every DIY, if you have a metal hook and you like to use it, just use whatever you think is easy to work with. I do it always this way, but you're so free to do whatever you like. We're going to do again 7 blocks. This is already 6 and this is number 7. You can easily measure it out if you don't want to count it. And this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6, because 7 is the closure up again. Again, lay them next to each other, squeeze it, and again, make a nice straight line for it. And now we're going to do again another one. This is number 4, 5, 6, and 7. And again, we're going to glue this one also together. Number 2, number 3, and it's very easy. Number 4, 5, and the last again already is number 6. And we're going to squeeze it and make a nice straight line. And then we're going to get our old piece of kitchen towel and we're going to wipe away the glue we don't need. And make sure that your kitchen towel is wet, because or else it doesn't work the greatest. So, and again, redo it if you see it's not totally straight. So if you don't have a metal hook, you can very easy do it yourself. Just measure it out. We're going to lay it apart over here, and we're going to wipe away our mat, and we're going to lay this one over here also. And now I'm going to do 3 pieces of 7, of course extra, because we need a front and a back side for the first piece of our book stand. So I'm going to do the all 3. And you see already we have our 6 pieces of 7 blocks. What we're going to do, we're going to place them this way, and we're going to look which is fitting the best together. Just place them this way and just going to work with it. Which one? Maybe say you can turn it, maybe then it fits a little bit better. You still can see, and don't wait too long for it. Give it a couple of minutes to rest if you make the 6 blocks of 7, but not too long, because you still can redo it right now. So do a little bit of glue on the side, and of course on this side also, and be careful, it still can fall apart, so but don't worry about it. It doesn't matter if it does fall apart, because you easily can place it together again. That's the greatest about wood glue. You still can redo it, and again, so work away. See, you still can even make open gaps a little bit closer to each other, and make sure that you have a nice straight line. as much as you can. And I try to get it as close and this way, and then I'm going to go over it and wipe away the glue I don't need, and of course I place it over here. And we're going to do for this one the same. I think I'm going to maybe turn it over, and even if I can do it this way, maybe even this will work better. It does. And you see, we're going to place it on the side over here, and we're going to place this one on the side also and do some glue. Make sure that you have a little bit of glue on each block, and again place it to each other in a straight line. Squeeze it like this and make sure that all the blocks are down and not popping up, because that's already happened to me a lot of times, because the blocks are not always straight. So if you squeeze them, then whoop, everything will fall out of each other. But don't worry about it. You can easily, like I always say, get it together again. Now we have already the first part of our book stand, but this is only a little part of it. What we're going to do now, we're going to do the middle pieces, and we are going to get 3 blocks like this, and we're going to glue them together very easy on the tops and on this top, and again squeeze it, and another one of 3, and we do a little glue on the ending and over here, and again squeeze it together. And we need in totally, we need 4 of them, so we need a 1 extra and over here, and then we already have the 4 pieces, which will be the middle piece, but you see it in a moment. Don't worry, everything will follow in order, so everything will, it's very easy to redo it yourself. And then you can easily make, you can use it for as a book stand, you can use it for decor, you can do anything with it, because that's the greatest about this kind of DIYs. You can use them for everyday decor. And this way, and make sure that you have a straight line, and if it doesn't is totally straight, just make it straight, because you still can redo it and then give it a couple of minutes rest like this. So we gave this for a couple of minutes. Now we take 2 of them and we're going to place them aside. I think I'm going to use this too, because they are not totally, and I use this one of course as a bottom, and later we have to cut a little piece off because he's a little bit too long. And now we're going to squeeze it like this and make sure that you have a straight line, and we're going to wipe away the glue we don't need, and we give this also a couple of minutes. So we gave it a couple of minutes. We're going to take 1 piece, and what we're going to do, we do 1 of the 3 blocks, we're going to do some glue, very easy, over here, and we're going to place it on top of here at the ending. Make sure again that you have it really at the ending and give it a little bit of pressure. And this way, feel with your fingers. I always say with your fingers you can feel the best. And again, you do on this block also some glue, and we're going to place this one on the other side at the ending over here. And again, give it a little bit of pressure and feel again over here like this. And now, very easy, you are going to do some glue on this one, over here, and on this one, over here, and you're going to place this one on top. And if everything is correctly, we hope everything will fit together. At least we hope that it was like this. And then we're going to give it some pressure on the top, not too much, because nothing is totally dried yet, so be careful. And again, feel with your fingers if everything is correctly on top of each other. On this way the same, and the endings And then we're going to give it a couple of minutes rest. So in the meantime, we're going to place this straight up so it can dry. We're going to place this one over here. And you see already, if you see it this way, he is much too long. But we are going to do this later. Of course, we have also a second stand. And we're going to make already the back side of this stand also in the meantime. This is 6, 7 again. And here's also 5, 6, 7, and again also over here 4, 5, 6, 7 again. So I'm going to glue this together very easy again, the same like we did with the other one. So you get 2 pieces because you need 2 stands, but you don't have to make 2. If you like 1, it's also fine. So don't let me tell you what to do. You can do anything you like. If it takes you too much blocks, then just make 1 of them, or maybe make them a little bit lower. You also can do a little bit smaller. You go for 2 high instead of 3 high like I do. So, but don't let anyone tell you what to do. Everyone has to make it their own. But I always give you some inspiration so you can do anything you like. So, and of course number 7 is the closure up. I'm going to squeeze it. And I'm going to do the last one, and then I do the other 3 again a little faster, just like we did with the first stand. And then we already have the back side of both of the stands, and then we can easily go further. And again, this is number 3, and I'm going to wipe away the glue. Very easy over here. And of course, I hope you're going to make this DIY because he's so much fun for in your everyday decor. So this is already number 3. And of course, I have to give this a little push. And this one can be inside of here. And I'm going to make my mat. And then I'm going to do the other 3 of 7 a little bit. So again, we have our 6 pieces of 7, and we're going to look for which parts are fitting the best. And you see, if you turn it over, it still is going a little bit better. Again, do some glue, and then we already are a lot of already an end in our DIY. And this way, and we're going to place it down, and we're going to do this one also down. In the Netherlands we call a bookstand, we call een boekenstandaard. So it's a little different than a lot of you call it, but so we call it boekenstandaard. So of course in Dutch is books is almost as the same as you say it in English. It is, you say books, but we say boek. So it's a little bit different. It's only 1 letter. And we're going to place this together, squeeze it, and make a nice whole piece out of it. And we're going to give this also a little bit of pushing like this. And we're going to give this, if we wipe away the glue, we give this also a little moment to dry in. And we're going to make our pieces of, I place this aside. We're going to make our pieces of 4 pieces of 3. So again, like as we did earlier, this number 3 and this piece of 3 and the last. And then we also have for the second book stand already the base. Again, some on the ending, squeeze it. We do here the same. And over here. And again, squeeze it together. And number 3 over here, and we're going to squeeze it. And the last, and this one, and we're going to give this one also a couple of minutes to dry in. And again, one of the 4 we're going to lay apart, and we're going to do a little glue over here. And we're going to place them against each other this way. Squeeze it like this. And we're going to lay it over here, and this one we're going to get on the side. We do some glue over here, and we place it on top over here, of course at the ending, and we're going to give it a little bit of pressure, not too much, over here. I have to work a little bit that it's inside and not on the outside. And we're going to do for this one the same. Over here, a little glue on each block, place it on top, squeeze it, and again press it down. And as last, we are going to do very easy some glue on this one and on this one. And I'm going to place this one on top again. Give it a little bit of pressure, not too much, because or else you bend in your panel, and that's not what you want. So again, only at the ending some pressure, and feel with your fingers if everything is correctly glued together. So we're going to give this one, and of course this one and this one, a little at least an hour rest before we go further. So our two pieces are dried, of course this one also, and we are going to lay this beside, and we're going to make this with a pencil on the same length. So over here we're going to make a little mark, and we're going to make the line, and we're going to cut it off. I'm going to do it with my jigsaw I bought with the Lidl, so it's a very easy jigsaw, at least friendly to use, and I really like that. It's so easy, and you just can easily cut off little pieces of a wood. So I'm going to use that, but you also can use a handsaw if you like that a little bit better. So I'm going to make the lines, and then we're going to cut it off. So, and here you see the piece I did cut off a little piece, and now if we do it on the top, you see already he is really fitting nicely. I'm going to do some glue under it. Of course, I'm going to look for which one is the most straight on top. So I'm going to feel which one I want to have on the top. I think this one, and I think this one. So that means I'm going to do some glue on this one, just on the inside. Very easy. Over here, and we go around, over here, and we're going to place it on top, over here, and we're going to make sure that we give it a little bit of pressure, and make sure that you have it exactly in the middle. Just feel with your fingers this way. And now we're going to do the second one, of course, but I do that a little of our bookshelf of book stands on the side. What we're going to do, we're going to get 10 blocks. Yo! We already have 10 blocks. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we do another one of 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So again, what we're going to do, we are going to do some glue on top. We're going to place them on here, and we're going to do this one on here. And again, a line, place it over here, a line, and on top. And over here, and we just build a little tower with our blocks. And again, this one. Oh, and you see already he almost is going down, but we don't. And we're going to do the last. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. We will see. Or maybe I could place it down better. This way is better. Squeeze it and make a straight line. I don't know why I didn't that earlier, but maybe it looks for the camera, it did look nice, but it was really a disaster. So again, this is already 1 of 10, and we're going to do it a little faster. So I'm going to do some glue over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, and over here. And again, we're going to place it on the side, and this one, and this, and this. And the last one is the closure up again. Squeeze it, and we're going to give it a couple of minutes drying. But of course, first we are going to wipe away the glue we don't need, like this. So again, so we have our 2 pieces of 10, and we're going to do 5 blocks over here, and we're going to do another one of 5, and we're going to do the same. We just do some glue over here, over here, over here, and here. And just like I said, this one we do only 5. We're going to place them on each other this way, and number 5 is the closure up. Place them on the side, over here and over here, and again squeeze it, press it together, and we do here the same. Squeeze it, press it together, and give it a couple of minutes to rest. So we have the pieces of 10, we have the piece of 5, and now we're going to do 2 and 2. So again, some glue, place it up, and this one, and we're going to place this one also. Squeeze it, press it down. I'm sorry if I sound like a record. I really hear myself saying it, but I only do it that everything is as clear as it can be for if you want to make it yourself. So I'm sorry if I sound like a record. So this way. And we're going to give this also a couple of minutes. We have, of course, the sides. What we're going to do right now, we're going to make the bottoms. That will be 7 blocks like this over here, and we're going to glue them on the side. So on the smaller side, and again roll them together. Number 4, number 5, and number 6, and number 7 again is the closure up. And this is 1. We're going to do 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to make a new row. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last number 6 and 7. Again, squeeze it, press it together like this, and we give it a couple of minutes. Of course, these 2 are for one side of the book stand, and now we're going to do 2 pieces of 7 also for the other side. So we have our 4 pieces. We are going to do 1 on the side over here, and we're going to place them to each other this way, and again make 1 whole piece out of it like this. And we're going to do here the same. We're going to place it on the side, do some glue on each block, we place it down, and we're going to squeeze this together also until 1 piece, and we're going to wipe away the glue like this. So again, give it a couple of minutes rest. So we gave this to also a couple of minutes. We are going to take one of our side of the stand, and we're going to glue it in front of this one. So we do very easy. We do some glue over here, and we're going to place it down, and we're going to glue this against each other. Very easy, just squeeze it and make sure that you have a nice straight line. like this again. And we're going to do this one the same. We're going to look for if everything is fitting under here. It does. So, and we do now some glue. Over here, and we're going to place this against this side, and we're going to squeeze it and also give this a couple of minutes resting. See, now we have both of our stands, and of course we use them normally this way, so they will go against this one and this one will go against this one over here. And now we're going to place this one against each other for a little moment, and we are going to build up our space. Of course, we are going to glue this one on this side and we glue this one on this side. So we start with the 7 blocks, 3, 4, no, it's more than 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Of course, we do use 10 blocks. Sorry. 10 blocks over here, and we do some glue over here. And we're going to place it on the back side and against the back wall over here. Make sure that you have a straight line like this, and give it a little bit of pressure. And you see already I have to work with it because the glue is still not totally dry, and I always love to let everything dry in one piece and not in more pieces. So we're going to work with it, and I have to be, and I feel with my fingers because that's the best way. And I'm going to place this one on top over here, the smaller one. So we do some glue over here, and on the underside, this is the 5 piece. Place it on top over here, and again. The last, we do the 2 blocks, and we do some glue over here and on the underside, and we're going to place it on top of here and on the back side this way. So, and now we're going to let this dry. I do the other one, of course, also. You see, we have both of our stands glued together. So now you, if everything is correctly, you have this 2 kind of stands, and of course you can fill this in with anything you like. You can do some greenery, you can do some flowers, you can do some fall leaves, you can do some Christmas leaves, you can do anything, maybe some paper rolls. Do anything you like. We're going to place these 2 together on the side. What we're going to do, we are going to get 3 blocks like this first. 3, 1, 2, and 3 is the closure up. And again, 1, 2, 3, and the closure up. We do again 1, 2, and 3. And again 1, 2, and whoop, 3 is the closure up. Squeeze them together, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, and we're going to give it a couple of minutes rest before we go further. We have our 4, and we're going to do some glue in the square over here, and we're going to place this one. And you also can give it a twist and do it this way. You also can do that, so that's also great. Then you get a little bit more kind of structure over here. And we're going to place this one on top of here and squeeze it, press it down until one square. And again over here, press it down. And now we already have for each one a block. What we're going to do, now we're going to do 4 pieces of 2. Because we're going to make a kind of a planter. So we do 1 block, 2 together, 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 and this one together. Again, squeeze it, squeeze, squeeze, and squeeze. And of course we need a planter for 2. So we do here again 2 blocks, here 2, here 2. And of course here, and we're repeating the same over here. Oh, he's glued, this one and this one. And the last, again, squeeze it, and this one and the last. And now we're going to give all 8 of them a little moment of rest. You see we have here our 8 pieces of 2, and what we're going to do, I'm doing some glue on this side. Of course, when you are here already for a long time, then you know how I make my easy planters. I'm going to do some glue on this side, and I'm going to glue this one over here. Very easy. And now I'm going to do on this one some glue on this side and on the inside. And then if everything's correctly, all of them are fitting nicely inside each other, and you can easily make a nice square, squeeze a little and place it beside. We're going to do here the same. On the side some glue. You're going to place it against each other this way. You're going to do here the same, only on one side, and you're going to place it, oh, you see already, against each other. And this one over here, and this one will be on the side and on this side, and we're going to place it in, and we're going to give it a little bit of pressure and make a nice square out of it. And we're going to let this rest. So see, we have our 2 squares. We have our squares over here, our double up. You see the double up layer. What we're going to do, I'm going to very carefully place it upside down because it's still not totally dry. And maybe if you are doing it yourself, maybe you can even let it dry a little bit longer. So I'm going to place it in the middle, give it a little bit of pressure, look around if I have it really in the middle. And I'm going to do here the same. I have to look for if my blocks are correctly. This is over here, and then my 2 blocks are over here. Yes, I have it. And I'm going to do some glue because I like to be that they are identical, because I don't want different pieces. And again, squeeze it, give it a little bit of pressure from the top over here. And we're going to go look around if everything is in the middle, and we're going to give this to also, and how cute a little planter you have here. Or maybe you can do on top a little wreath, and you can do some Easter egg on top and also place it on top of here. So, but that's for later. Right now we are going to give it a couple of, at least I would say a couple of minutes, but I think you can even give it an hour or a little bit longer before you're going to paint it. So we are going to paint all the pieces. So, and before I'm going to paint our pieces, I'm going to do on this ending, you see already on this side, over here, on this one, I'm going to get a loose block like this, and I'm going to glue it on top of here because I like the finish a little bit better. So I'm going to use some wood glue, just a loose block, and we're going to glue it over here. I think that looks a little nicer, and I'm going to do it over here. Of course, the same. And again, make sure that everything is sticking in place like this. And I'm going to give this also some rest also. I was getting almost my paint, but I was looking at the bottom of my stand and I don't like it. I think he is much too thin. I want to have it, the look for a little bit bigger, because this is also a little bit bigger, but this is really thin, one thin block. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue for one stand. We need 4 pieces of 2, and we're going to do it this way, some on the top, and we're going to glue it. This is already number 2. This will be number 3, and this will be number 4. This is for one stand, and we need a loose block because we need a little piece of a loose block. So we need 4 of 2 like this, and we need a loose block. We're going to do here the same For the other stand, we're going to do some on the top. This is 1. This is number 2. Number 3. And number 4. And we're going to place them together, squeeze it, and also squeeze it over here. And we have a loose block we are going to measure out in a moment, but first we're going to give this a couple of seconds drying. Couple of seconds, I mean a couple of minutes. So minutes. I have my 3 pieces, which were 4 of 2, but I glued on 1 of the 2. I glued a little piece longer from the loose block. I did measure out which part I missed, so I turned it over this way, and I did measured out. I did miss a little piece over here, and this is just the piece which were missing on this side, so I make from the loose block a little piece longer. So you have 3 of 2 and you have 1 of 2.5. So what we're going to do, we do very easily, we just do some glue around over here and over here and over here. You just make a kind of a square, and you just very easy. Of course, I have to look for, I want to have, for the other one I already did because I had to measure it out. So I have to look for, I have the smallest piece. This one I did over here on the back side. So I have to look that I have all of them at the same side. And I'm going to do one over here. It's very easy. It looks more difficult than it is, because it is not difficult. You just place it in, and now you're going to try to get it a nice piece on the underside, so everything is fitting nicely together. So like this, just give it a little bit of pressure, and then you see already, then you have a double layer on the underside. You don't need a lot of blocks because you have it open here, over here, but on the side it looks that you have a much thicker bottom. So if everything is correctly, you have now 2 of the book stands and 2 of the little planter boxes. So we are going to paint it, and of course you can paint any color you like. I don't know, I'm still debating what color I will do, but you see this in a moment. So, and of course I chose for the black schoolboard paint, but of course change it up, like I always say, any color you like. So I'm going to give it this color, so I can, maybe I also do later some gold spray over it. I don't know, maybe I like it just simple in the black color, but you never know. You can change it up any way you like, and you even can change it up later. If you have one color and you don't like it, I have already decor pieces which are painted and spray painted over, I think maybe lots and lots of times. So always change up what you don't like. It's so easy to do, and it gives you such a great feeling that you use a piece again and again and again, especially when you like a piece that much. So I'm going to finish this off, and then you see in a moment the quick impression. And you see a quick impression of my Tumbling Tower Blocks book stands, and I'm so happy how both of them turned out. Of course, I hope again that you took out your Tumbling Tower blocks too and did this DIY together with me. And if you are only here to watch, of course, we hope you had fun watching. If you want to see more DIYs, come on over to our description box. There you find the link for our DIY channels. Of course, we hope to see you there also. And for everyone who is new here and you like what you see, we hope you will click the red subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and of course, click the bell button so you will be notified every time we upload new DIYs. So enough talking. I wish you all an amazing day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.